So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I can really see this guy, Omar Marmoush, being an absolute nightmare for the defence here. He's a great all-round attacker who has good pace in behind, and that makes him very effective against teams that like to play compact low blocks. He's a great passer and dribbler and a very good poacher.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Great vision. And the through ball. Boga! He can get that clear. Conceição proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, well played, well played. Locatelli getting this one clear. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Can he get on the end of this? It's a promising position. Swept in. Decent chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Boga. Kelly. Cambiasso. He has found the way through. Well, that pass isn't the best. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now it's Hazard. Marmoush is... Can he finish? Goal! Milan! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Soboslai. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Bremer. He's got away. Fire. Big chance! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Numero 7.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. McKennie. Oh, that's delightful. McKennie.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Locatelli. That is ended up in no man's land. Foden. Foden has a look up from the right-hand side, seeking out options. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Here comes the cross. And that has been cleared. Thuram. Goes for goal! Oh, what has happened here? Thuram. Yildiz. Now Thuram. And it's Cambiasso. Romero promptly onto that, and that is that. Milan are looking to break at pace. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Just about within shooting range. Thuram. Locatelli. Cambiasso. Pass somewhat off target. Foden. Marmouche. And this is De Bruyne. Takes a shot! The lead is extended still further. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
A case now of complete control. Kalulu. That's good play. Conceição. And can he finish it? Oh, it's come off the upright. Looking for the run. Dink through, picked out brilliant. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. Was there ever any doubt?
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Milan really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Milan have run riot in the first half, and barring a miraculous comeback, they have done the job already. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Kalulu deals with that comfortably. Thuram. Locatelli. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Thuram. And it's Cambiasso. Locatelli.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Threads one in. Timber's cross. Cleared without hesitation. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Milan clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Conceição. Foot in. Marmoush being hounded, manhandled at times. Climbs up big! Timber. That looks a good ball through. And he's managed to get free. And that's... He's had a shot! It's there! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And it's Cambiasso. Yildiz receives it in a good position here. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
È di 80.607 spettatori.
Boga. And here's Yildiz. Yildiz is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kelly. Thuram. McKennie. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's De Bruyne. And he's picked out the run. Kelly. And Cambiasso. That's a good ball out wide. That's a sharp pass. It's Asa! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That's a decent clearance. Szoboszlai tries across. McKennie distributed tidily. Can he get it through? Chance to deliver. It's a mighty effort! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Cambio di giocatori.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. McKennie. Żegrova. And it's gone back to the keeper. Szoboszlai plays it in. It is a corner. That has been knocked clear. Tries to cross. Chance! No, got right underneath it. Could be danger here. And the shot! He's put it wide. Cambiasso. Nice looking ball. Now it's Kostic. Now it's David. McKennie. Thuram.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
He is through here. Chiellini was in no mood for any of that. And it's Thuram. The ball has bounced loose now. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. McKennie. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
That was lovely, that.
No outsmarting him this time. Azar.
Il quarto uomo indica 2
Foden
minuti di
puts his foot
recupero.
on the gas.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kalulu gets it away. And that's it. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
There's been a lot of people raving about Billy Gilmour, and it's not hard to see why. Praised for his ball skills, which some said were world-class when he was at an extremely young age. A lot of play tends to go through him, whether he delivers incisive passing or whether he's actually just dribbling with the ball up the pitch, you know. And I was particularly impressed when he took England on in the summer of 2021. This guy looks like a fantastic emerging talent.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, this is a relatively unfamiliar formation, but who are the key players within it?
Yeah, I'd say the advanced midfielders, Peter. They're going to have to do all the jobs of, say, a number 8 and a number 10.
There's the shot! Goal! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Plays a sharp little ball here. Politano. And that's really well manoeuvred. De Bruyne. Tries to play it through. Now it's McTominay. No way through, so back it comes. Flings it across. Timber is there, and he can get that clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's De Bruyne. Marmoush. Timber's cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Pinches it off him. Now it's De Bruyne. McTominay, given the lift of his goal. Lobotka. Gilmour. Lobotka. And here's Højlund. Great vision. Now it's Hazard. Hazard going full steam ahead down the left flank. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against... He rises!
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oliveira. Now it's Højlund. And that is a little undercooked. And that's put paid to a promising move. It's a goal kick. More and more pressure on the ball here. And the pass is intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. It's Asa! It's there! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can clear their lines.
Lobotka really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's shifting through the gears here. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. McTominay. Lobotka. McTominay is wide and looking to get onto this. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Passing nice and neat. He's in space and looking for options.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a cute ball. Floated through. Buongiorno makes the interception. Gilmour. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Hazard. De Bruyne. That's Politano. Lobotka. Højlund. Foot in. Politano. He's got away. Chooses to go back. Driving forward. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. That's a decent clearance. De Bruyne. Lobotka. Spread out to the left. Foden.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Gilmour. Lobotka. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Milan really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Has a shot! Oh, it's come loose. He'll try to keep this alive. He's having a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Cleared away. It's a throw-in. And it's De Bruyne. Now that looks a decent ball. McTominay. Gilmour. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That is good strength. McTominay knocks it out wide. And here's Politano. Azar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Foden could try cutting inside here. Swept in. Couldn't squeeze it through. And he's had a hit! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Rodri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And the keeper beats it away. That's really well cleared. And now they can spring out of defence.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
McTominay
80.953
looking for options for
spettatori.
movement. Now it's McTominay. He's got plenty of space out wide here, and he's been shifted off it. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He has found the way through. Corner then.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 68.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little. Here's the header! Oh, quality save! Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Cleared without hesitation. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Anguissa. That's good vision. And the shot! It's in! And they get themselves in front! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oliveira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. This looks promising.
Milan may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
In comes the corner.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 19.
There's going to be another change here.
Lasciano il campo per...
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
20.
And the shot!
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's having a go! And the ball's come loose here.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, played through for the wide man. Romero gets a foot in here.
Milan have certainly approached the game in the right way and relentlessly pursuing their equaliser. They've come close on several occasions now, and they may well get it by the time the final whistle goes.
Oh, it's played into the area.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
Lukaku. Nicely spread. Time is running out here.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And it's Timber. And it's pulled back. Takes a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. McTominay. Now it's Lukaku. Played out to the right. In with the challenge. And that has left him in a heap. Throw it. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those highest tempo games.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Il numero 2, Chiellini. Il numero 21, Hazard.
So we're up and running. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Hazard! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And he's there to clear it. He gets big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Semenyo. It's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Nunez. Now it's Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. And here's Marmoush. Haaland! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cleared without hesitation. And it's Rodri. Milan are looking to go forward now. And here's Marmoush. Good ball, good take. Semenyo. Oh, good spread. O'Reilly ploughing through the middle. Shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. They've played it short. Pings in across. Tries to get it clear. He's had it taken off him. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Haaland, look at this. Oh, shooting chance! Timber. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
But it's Timber, and it's Hazard. And this is De Bruyne. Szoboszlai, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Rodri. Marmoush, played out towards the right wing. Foden. And here's Marmoush. O'Reilly. Now it's Haaland. It's Bernardo Silva. Semenyo. Haaland. And it's O'Reilly. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Drives it in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, nice touch. In once more. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught napping. Back in once more. Romero trying to keep this in. Haaland. Semenyo. And this is Bernardo Silva. Marmoush. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Shot a goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that plummets the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Szoboszlai. Rudiger. Now it's Hazard. Milan looking to pass their way through. It's Hazard! He's done very well to get to that.
Hazard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That's a decent clearance. Threads one in, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Out towards the flank, climbs up big! Not the best of contact, given it wasn't the easiest of chances.
Look, there'll be no complaints at all with quick service like that. It's so difficult to defend when the ball comes in so swiftly. But you can't question the finishing in this instance. I think, though, there's enough grounds for them to keep working at it.
And it's Bernardo Silva.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And this is Marmoush.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
There's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So there was the first half.
Milan ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So neither side has yet broken through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Hazard gets into a good position. Rodri. And it's O'Reilly. And this is Marmoush. It's Bernardo Silva. Out to the right. Semenyo. Showing great feet there. Oh, that was vital. Timber. Chance here to counter. Timber goes on a charge down the left. He's found a way through. Hazard picks it up out wide. Semenyo. Marmoush tries to pass it through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Searching pass he's played there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Showing good feet. Bernardo Silva. He's onside. He is just caressing the ball. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Haaland. Oh, that's a fine interception. Szoboszlai under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Kusanov. Matheus Nunes. Semenyo. Timber. Rodri. Marmoush. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a promising position. Oh, that's fabulous. It is a corner, good chance. Cleared without hesitation. He's going for goal! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Tries to play it through. Stood up well to him there. Gehi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Nunes. Out of play for a throw. So there's going to be another change here.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Cherki. Some good work on the right flank here. Hazard is in a really good position out wide. Lewis cuts out the pass. Cherki. Now it's Haaland. Nicely weighted ball, and he was quick to react.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the...
Takes a shot! Oh, taken with style! Finally the breakthrough!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Vinicius Junior coming on here, a change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Milan have taken the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
He's picked his way through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And the finish! In for the pieces! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Foden. Now it's Semenyo. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Foden! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Marmoush. Can he get it through? He's got away.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
And the shot! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That was easy, almost too easy.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
A case now of complete control. Nouri. And it's O'Reilly. Deftly away. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Oh, some tackle that. The ball has bounced loose now. Aimed beyond the defence. Nice sequence of passes, this. And that will be it. Now, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, to win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Milan have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. It's a promising position. That's the throw. Target. Brilliantly cut out. Cleared without hesitation. Oh, good spread. Foden. Szoboszlai. Foden. Looking for the run. Palmer looking to run onto it. And it's Rice. Here's Rodri. He's gone for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rodri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cleared away. Middlesbrough are looking to go forward now. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Crossing. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Hangs one in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Foden. Oh, that's a key interception. So it is still 0-0. Looking for options for movement. And he was quick to react. Not the most accurate pass. Can he get it through? Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked it up out wide. And the finish! It's not an especially good pass, that. Middlesbrough are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
And it's Palmer. Foden. Szoboszlai could try cutting inside here. That'll be a throw. Rice. Rodri. He's gone for goal! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Fry has a look and plays it forward. Rodri does well to get it back. Swung over. Foden. Palmer. Now, can they get him away? Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Palmer. Driving. Palmer! Priceless from Palmer! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now that looks a decent ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Soboslai gets a foot in here. Gets a good foot in there. Knocks it out wide. Marmoush. Probing pass. It's a promising position. He's picked his way through. Marmoush. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Rice.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Soboslai is standing over this one.
Well, he knows he has the ability to put this exactly where...
Soboslai! It's loose now and they want to get it back. They want to be quick to recover this. And that has been clubbed away. Now the cross. He rises! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Target. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Looking to play him in. Played into space out wide. They get a throw in. Rice. Decent chance! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
It's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Milan really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And the game has already resumed here. Foden, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Aims beyond, goes for a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
He's had it taken off him. That's a promising run he's making on the right. He's a sharp little ball here. Foden gets into a good position.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Shoots! Just cruising! They cruising! And he is just ripping it up! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
A case now of complete control. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not. Chance! It's in! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Milan are having a ball here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.007 spettatori.
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
The message is clear, none shall pass. And it's Palmer. Rice.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that has left him in a heap. Palmer looking to shake off some unwanted attention. Well, can he finish? And that's wide.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Fry. Over to the left. There's a searching pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Played out towards the right wing. Throw in. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's picked it up out wide. Nice control. Pings it. Oh, smashing header! Foden looking to add to his goal. Rice. Now it's Foden. Good ball, good take. He's found a chance! They've done it! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Numero 7.
Middlesbrough can make their change now with a break in play. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Knocks it into space. Target receives it in a wide position. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And it's been played through. Palmer gets into some space. That has been knocked clear. He's going for goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, that's a fine interception. And that's really well manoeuvred. That's a foul, no two ways about it. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Milan are down to 10 men.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. He's looking wide, back into the middle, foot in. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Fry in with the challenge. And he's found a way past. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
It's played through for him. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, that's neat. Soboslai tries to cross.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's good running with the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's the chance to counter. Tries to play it through. Can he get onto this? And that's that. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Palmer, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
So it's down to business here. Palmer. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Iorfa. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Rice puts his foot on the gas. That has ended up in no man's land. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, sweet feet. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. It's a pretty loose pass. That's been cut out, well played. And he's forced to go back.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Oh, can he get onto this? And he was quick to react. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, that's a key interception. And he's intervened well there. Martinez punts it upfield. Opts for safety. Iorfa. Oh no, what has happened here? Palmer. And the finish! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Low. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Crunching tackle. Marmouche takes a shot! Oh, it's come loose. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Could try cutting inside here. Delivers with whip. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And smartly reclaimed. Great vision. Now it's Foden. Oh, that's fabulous. Drives it in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
And please welcome our lads to the
Good
field.
tackle the first 45 minutes.
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rice. Foden. Low.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
That's a delicate pass. And that's been won straight back. Looking for options for movement. He slings it in. Nicely shaped ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Has a look up and drives it forward. Searching pass he's played there. Milan just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
The attendance for this match was 28,997.
Spread out to the left. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Gets into some space. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution on the field. Number 24. Coming on the field is number 15, Redmond.
Soboslai gets it away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Crosses it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Foot in. And he's picked it up out wide. He is through here. Delivers the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's being shifted off it. Van Dijk takes control of it and he's on the move. Foden! It's a goal! And that takes him up to 30. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
7 minutes is number 11, Phil Foden.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Spread neatly. Well, now here's a good battle. Bicep. And the shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Redmond. He has found a way through. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Substitution on the field, number 9.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Oh, nice one too, very nice. And he's there to clear it. And they've got rid. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Redmond. Time and again they are repelled. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Palmer. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Redmond. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Foden. Palmer tries to play it through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Iorfa. And that is that. Milan are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them. Palmer taking in the accolades. Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And as you can see, we've already started here.
There's Vitor Baia, Peter, exuding his unique brand of calm and confidence, as per usual.
Yeah, he's one of those keepers, isn't he, who has that certain aura around him.
And I think that gives the defence a massive boost. Having someone like that behind you can really give you that insurance, that psychological edge.
Big header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, can they get him away? Cristiano Ronaldo. Spread neatly. Oh no, this does not look good. Now the ball in.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
He has found, and he shoots! And the ball's come loose here. Played out towards the right wing. Yamal gets into a good position. Yamal. Oh, that's nice. Fires it in low. And that is expertly dealt with. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Albert Ferrer. Now it's Dani Olmo. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Serginho picks it up out wide. Nice control. Delivers the ball.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Plays the ball back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Traumeri. Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Well, that looks a decent ball. Threads one in. There's no flag. That's a decent clearance. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, what a ball! And it's Serginho. Knocks it into space. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Dani Olmo. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh no, what has happened here? He's picked his way through. Skims one in. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Fiore, he's in plenty of space here. Filippo Inzaghi. Rudiger getting this one clear. Quality ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. De Bruyne plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. He's through here. Serginho. He's looking wide. Nicely weighted ball. Looking to play him in. Great ball, and he's in here. Danny Olmo! There it is! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Ha segnato al 42esimo minuto.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
No, it's come to nothing. Cleared without complication. Oh, he's been caught napping. He is just caressing the ball. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 21. Hazard.
There's the start of the second half.
Sostituito con il numero 18.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Oh, what a mistake! Chance! It's a goal! AC Milan are all square. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Albert Ferrer calmly anticipates. And this is Inzaghi. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
This is the time you need that pace.
Looking for the run. Now that's well seen too. And that is as far as they're going to go. Tries to play it through. Rudiger gets rid without sophistication. Just eases him off the ball. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Olmo. Great vision. Serginho providing an outlet on that. He's got full. Romero is there to clear.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.113 spettatori.
Played out to the right. Who saw this coming? Milan have dragged it back at the last. Vinicius Junior is herring after that one. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's found the way through. Can he latch on to this? Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's had it nicked away. Yamal. Pass somewhat off target. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those...
Vinicius Junior! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Vinicius Junior receives it in a decent chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Milan with the corner, they're first.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8. Lascia il campo per il numero 11.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Knocks it out wide. Oh, that's a fine interception. Modric. He won't be happy with that one. Good ball, good take.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Lamine Yamal really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, they've got it again. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he get on the end of this? Messi. Played out to the left flank. Can he get it through? Vinicius Junior has it in a wide position. Not pretty, but it gets shot at goal! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess.
And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
All hands on deck for this one. And that should get the job done.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, super ball! Koundé concedes a free kick for that. And that's going to be a booking. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. It's bounced back off the post. Milan have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Milan given another corner.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
Nice looking
recupero.
ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Tries to pass it through. Modric. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Serginho's cross. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time. So our quest to find the winner continues. Now this could be a chance. And it's Messi. Mbappe! Yamal. And here's Vinicius Junior, looking for options for movement. Modric, Messi. Upamecano cuts out the pass. Modric, this looks promising. Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he finish? Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Romero cuts it out. Neymar. Albert Ferrer gets across to intercept that. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, the ball's run loose here. This time, surely! And again! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That's been cut out, well played. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Extra time reaches half-time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Chiellini. Kukçu. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Messi. Oh, good spread. Messi, given the lift of his goal. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Gordon. Vinicius Junior. That is a brilliant interception. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Modric. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
That has been slung wide. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. He's had a shot! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That was easy, almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that. I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Mbappe. Serginho. He's on it, can he get away?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And the keeper beats it away. Neymar.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And we're done. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.